So hello, what's up? How is everyone doing? Welcome to this revision session of SQC-1 SA220. If I talk about these standards, SQC-1 SA220, very important. Very important from exam point of view, and you can consider that these have a weightage of at least 5 to 8 marks from exam point of view. I just want all of you to sit till the end of this revision. At the end of the revision, all the concepts along with the questions, all the concepts along with the questions will be crystal clear to all of you. Are you people ready? Yes sir, we are ready. Also Baba, whatever concept notes I will use in this revision, these are also available on our Telegram channel. This board notes will be available on the Telegram channel, so make sure you join it so that you don't miss out and any important update from my side. Telegram channel link is also available in the description. Are you people ready? Yes, sir, we are ready. So first of all, let's talk about SQC-1 and SA220. These are the quality control standards. Let's understand the difference between the two. It's very easy. So if I talk about both the standards, SQC-1 and SA220, both talk about quality. But if I focus on SQC-1, it talks about quality control for the firm. Firm means you have to maintain quality for all types of services. Whether you are doing audit, whether you are doing review, audit or review of the financial statements, got it, sir? Or you are providing other assurance engagement, or you are providing related service, whatever engagement you are performing, you need to maintain the quality in that, got it? But if I talk about only SA220, it is very selfish. It focuses on the quality in the audit of financial statement. So this is the main difference. SQC1 talks about quality at the firm level. Whatever engagement firm is providing, be it audit, be it review, be it other assurance engagement, or be it related service, you need to maintain the quality. But when I talk about SA220, it only focuses on the audit of financial statements. So let's focus and see what are they talk about. So first of all, let's talk about SQC1, quality control for the firms which perform audit or review of historical financial information, other assurance service and related service engagement. These things, what is review, what is other assurance related service, we study in respective chapters. Got it, sir? SA220 being selfish talks about quality control for audit of financial statement. Now, sir, every firm needs to have a system of quality control. System of quality control means policies and procedure to get a reasonable assurance that the firm and the personnel comply with PRL requirement. PRL requirement means professional standards, that is standards on auditing. Regulatory and legal requirement, yani for audit you also need to comply with Companies Act, so that is the regulatory and legal requirement. So in short, we will call it PRL requirement. Got it, sir? When you comply with the PRL requirement, do you think the report will be bad or good? Sir, it will be very good. Yani the report will be appropriate in the circumstances. You will give the right opinion. So this is the objective of SQC1. Now, sir, you discussed about system of quality control. In the system of quality control, what elements are covered? So there are 6 elements. These 6 elements we are going to cover. Let's first focus on leadership responsibility for quality within the firm. Let's discuss the leadership responsibility wala part. So in case of leadership responsibility, again, we will talk about at 2 levels, firm level and audit level. When I am saying firm level, which standard? SQC1. Very good. It says you need to establish policies and procedure. In this standard, whatever you want to get done, just establish a policy for that. Like ICI. ICI wants money from the students in the form of IT, OT fees. Yes, sir. So they make a policy that as a student, you need to complete your training to give us the fees. So similarly, anything you want to get done in this standard, you make a policy around that. So if you want to have an internal culture of quality, establish a policy about it. Now, sir, who will create the policy? So this will be created by the CEO or managing partner. Sir, who is the CEO or managing partner? If I talk about EY, Rajiv Memani is the managing partner. He is the CEO of EY India. So can I say he has taken the responsibility of the quality of EY as a whole? Yes, sir. So first of all, who will do it? Second question is how he will do it. So let me tell you, if a EY employee performs properly, he get kudos. If the team works properly, they get spotlight. So how will he encourage quality? He will set the examples to encourage an inner culture of quality by recognizing high quality work. So again, he will set the example to encourage the people by recognizing high quality work. Easy, sir. And last, what are the qualities that he should have? So do you think he should be a newborn baby? Do you think he should be a newborn baby? No, 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 no. He should be experienced. He should have the ability to do the work himself. Then only the people will listen to him. He will have the authority. So he should have experience, ability, and authority. Come on. Experience, ability, and authority. Are these three basic points clear? Yes, sir. Policies to create an internal culture of quality. Who will create? CEO or managing partner. How will he create? By setting the example to encourage and recognize high quality work. What qualities he should have? Experience, ability, and authority. Easy, easy, sir. Now let's focus on audit. Who will be responsible for audit quality? Sir, the person who signs the report. The person who signs the audit report will be responsible for audit quality. So if I see the report, so report of Reliance. In case of Reliance, you can see Abhijit A. Damle is the partner. That is the engagement partner. So can I say engagement partner is responsible for audit quality? Now, can he alone himself make sure that quality is there, or he should make the team aware about it? He should make the team aware about it. So it says actions and messages of the engagement partner to the other members should emphasize that quality is important. Now, sir, to do the work as per quality, you need to do the work as per PRL requirement. PRL means professional standards, regulatory, and legal. Say with me, professional standards, regulatory, and legal requirement. That means these are the outside requirements. Oh, that is the outside requirement. And now, sir, to comply with the professional standards, regulatory, and legal requirement, you need to have your own firm's quality control policies and procedure. Own firm's quality control policies and procedure, that is the inside requirement. So you need to comply with two types of requirement, outside and inside. Everyone say with me, outside and inside. Outside means PRL requirement, that is the professional standards, regulatory, and legal requirement. Inside means firm's own quality control policies and procedure. Now when you are doing the work as per both of them, your report will be appropriate in circumstances. But sir, if there are any issues, but sir, if there are any issues, then the team should be fearless. Team should be fearless to raise the concerns without any fear of reprisal. That means without any fear of punishment. So quickly recalling all the 4 points. First of all, who is responsible for audit quality? Engagement partner. How will he ensure the quality work? By complying with outside and inside requirement. Okay? In Hindi, we call them bahar wali and andar wali. So ignore that. You need to comply with outside and inside requirement. Outside means PRL requirement. Inside means quality control policies and procedure of the firm. When you comply with both of them, report will be appropriate. And if you don't comply, raise the concerns without any fear of reprisal. And last, may you tell, quality is not only important, but also essential. Quality is not only important. See, it is written important. So not only important, but it is also essential for the audit. Okay. So here your leadership responsibility wala part gets done. Please just make sure you have a proper understanding of this topic. Now comes the next topic that talks about considerations for upholding the quality of the firm. Sir, I asked yes. What is this topic talk about? What does this topic talk about? So please understand. Whenever you are doing an audit engagement or whenever you are doing any type of engagement, what should be given priority? Quality of work or the money that you are going to get from it? I'm asking again. When you are taking up any engagement, what should be given priority? Quality of work or the amount that you are getting from it? Sir, quality of work. Quality of work should be given the priority. So this is what this point says. This is what this point says, that as a person, as a firm, you should give consideration to certain things to uphold the quality of the firm. Uphold the quality of the firm means you are able to prioritize the quality wala part. You are able to prioritize the quality part. So sir, how to prioritize quality? So I told you, to do anything in this chapter, you need to make a policy around it. So firm's personal policies and procedures designed to show that you are committed to quality. Sir, to create the policy, we will need money. So for money, write the second point. Firm should devote sufficient resources for the development and documentation of policies and procedure. Now, sir, who will take the responsibility of all this? Management, CEO, senior management. So last point is firm should assign its management the responsibility that commercial considerations don't override the quality of work. Commercial considerations, see, this is quality, this is commercial consideration. Commercial consideration means money mindset. So what do you think? Quality should remain above or money mindset? Sir, quality. So make sure your commercial consideration, that is the money mindset, does not override the quality of work. So quality should always remain above, commercial consideration should always remain below. So commercial considerations don't override the quality of work. Are these 3 points clear? Yes, sir. Policy, money for the policy, that is sufficient resources, and it is management's responsibility. Now, sir, what is this fourth point? What is this fourth point? Just wait for some time. I will make you revise 2 or 3 more concepts. Then we will come to this fourth point and we will also do a question on this. Got it? Are these 3 points linking clear? Come on. Is this linking clear? Yes, sir. Now come with me to the next topic, which talks about, come to the notes, ethical requirement. What is an ethical requirement? Sir, these are the 5 qualities which should be there in every chartered accountant. In koi bhi professional. Koi professional means confidentiality, objectivity, integrity, professional competence, due care, and professional behavior. Now comes a very important topic, independence policy. Now, sir, what does the independence policy talks about? Again, come back to the notes. How does the people get to know? How does the firm people get to know that they need to be independent? Sir, we need to communicate to them. We need to communicate to them. They will not get a dream that we will need to be independent. We need to communicate. So the first part says communicate the independence requirement to the personnel. Got it, sir. Now the policy will talks about 2 things, threats and safeguard. In case of threat, just say identify and evaluate the circumstances and relationship which create threats to independence. Sir, yes, these threats wala thing we have studied in professional ethics also. SAFI, self-interest, self-review, advocacy, familiarity, intimidation. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Self-interest, self-review, advocacy, familiarity, intimidation, threats. These are the threats we are talking about. And all these threats, we also studied certain examples which can create those threats. Yes or no? Yes, sir. So these things should be a part of your policy. These things should be a part of your policy. That is the circumstance and relationship which create threats. Okay, sir. Now, after the threats wala topic, we studied the topic of safeguards. That means appropriate action to eliminate the threat, reduce the threat, and if you are not able to eliminate, or reduce, then withdraw from the engagement. Sir, can you give us an example of an action to eliminate the threat? Yes. Let's say you have a relative who bought the shares of the client company of face value 2 lakh rupees. Can I say 1 lakh is only allowed? 1 lakh wala limit is allowed as per Companies Act? Yes, sir. So what is the action to eliminate the threat? Sell the shares within 60 days. Within 60 days, you should take the corrective action to sell the shares. Got it, sir. These limits are given in your Companies Act. In case you thought, ki bhai, how, sir, how are 60 days coming? So this is given in Companies Act. Got it? Got it, sir. So these 3 points, communicate the independence requirement, identify and evaluate the threats, and then take action to eliminate or reduce the threat or withdraw from the engagement. Now let's do a good question on this. Please come to question number 8 of your question bank. It says SS Limited is a listed company. Engagement partner is doing the audit for the first time. They want to comply with the independence, but they don't find any policies within the firm in documented form. First of all, they have asked, why do you think that the firm should have policies and procedure so that people remain independent? So that the firm people remain independent. Discuss. And the second thing says how they can ensure compliance with independence by creating policies. By creating policies around it, and the points of policy will come. So everyone just look at the answer. It is very, very easy. So why do you think independence is important? So you will write, having policies and procedure give a reasonable assurance that the personnel and others subject to independence can maintain independence. Sir, what do you mean by others? For example, let's say you have included one expert. There was a client made tax litigation. For this, you included a tax expert. He should also be independent. Now, sir, policies and procedures are very simple that we discussed. Communicate the independence requirement, then talk about threats and safeguards. Circumstances, relationship create threats. Then safeguards to, that is the action to eliminate, reduce. If you are not able to do, then withdraw. Got it, sir. Now, same thing is written in SA 220, just a repetition. Circumstances, relationship, threats. Breaches which create threat. Actions to eliminate, reduce or withdraw. Easy peasy, easy peasy, sir. And last में, in case you are not able to resolve the matter, then report to the firm. Got it? Got it, sir. So please make sure that you do this independence policy wala part very properly. Now everyone look at the board. 3-4 more points are given. Yes, sir. They say as an engagement partner, when any new engagement comes to you, make sure you are providing proper details about this to the firm. Why, sir? If you are providing proper details to the firm, so if any engagement team member feels that there is some threat, so then he can give the information to the firm. So it is saying that there is a mechanism in which the engagement partner provide the firm with relevant information about the client, so that if any firm personnel has any threats, then he can notify the firm about it. Got it, sir? If there is any breach of independence in your engagement team, let's say someone bought the client shares. Someone bought the shares of the client, then do you need to wait for telling it to the firm? No, sir. You should promptly tell the firm. You should tell the firm as soon as possible that there is a breach of independence. Next point, sir. In EY, or let's say any of the big four, you know how many times independence confirmation is given? 2 times. Whenever you are starting the work with the client, you need to confirm that you are independent. Whenever you are starting the work with the client, you need to confirm that you are independent. Plus annually, on an annual basis, you need to confirm that you were independent throughout the year. So this thing can be asked in MCQ, that annually you need to take written confirmation of independence from all the firm personnel. All the firm personnel need to give it. Last may they say, familiarity threat is very relevant in the financial statement audit of listed entity. So in this case, engagement partner should be rotated after 7 years. Now please understand this point. We all have studied section 139 subsection 2 in Companies Act 2013. Got it, sir? It says that whenever a firm is doing the audit of a listed entity, they can continue the audit for 2 terms of 5 consecutive years, that is the 10 year. But can the engagement partner continue for 10 years? Answer is no. For the engagement partner, this is only 7 years. Only 7 years he can continue as an engagement partner. Clear? Clear, sir. So with this leadership responsibility and ethical requirement part is complete. Now let's focus on the C part, acceptance and continuance of relationships and engagement. Acceptance and continuance of relationships and engagement, sir. This part says whenever you are accepting any client, or you are continuing with the client that you accepted before, there are 4 things that you check before accepting and continuing. Sir, what are those 4 things? SECI. SECI means S for significant matters. Significant matters means if you encountered any significant difficulty, or there are areas of significant risk. Significant risk means fraud, related party, these type of things. Then in that case, you should consider them before continuing or accepting a client. Got it, sir? Then you should consider the ethical requirement. Ethical requirement means whether your firm and the people can comply with the ethical requirement. That is those 5 qualities: confidentiality, objectivity, integrity, professional competence, due care, and professional behavior. Got it, sir? Not only you should have ethics, but you also know how to work. You should also know how to work, and you should have time and resources for that. That means CCTR. CCTR means competence, capability, time, and resources. You should have competence and capability. That also, you also have time to serve the client and also enough resources to serve the client. So these 2 points are related to the firm. What about the client? Client should have integrity. Client should have integrity. That means the integrity of the owners, management, and TCWG. So these are the 4 points: significant matters, ethical requirement, CCTR, and integrity. How to remember it? So I say auditor is like I will accept and continue the client. I will accept the continue the client only when there is a secretary, and the short form of secretary is SECI. So always say that I will accept and continue the client only when there is a SECI. SECI means S for significant matters, E for ethical requirements, C for CCTR, that is competence, capability, time, resources, and I for integrity of the client. You understood the points or not? Yes, sir. Now let's say when you are considering all these points, there were some issues identified, and still you decided that you will accept the client. Then in Baba, that case, you need to document. You need to document how the issues were resolved. How did you resolve the issues? This need to be documented. You got the point or not? Yes, sir, we got the point. Now, sir, this part is done. I hope this part is crystal clear to you. We were discussing this topic of upholding the quality. That quality should be given supreme power and commercial consideration should be below it. What were the 3 points we have discussed? To uphold the quality, create a policy. For this, you will need resources. Whose responsibility? Management responsibility. 4th point I left out. Now let's read the 4th point. Before accepting any audit, obtain vital information about the client. What is the vital information? Ethical requirement, CCTR. CCTR means competence, capability, time, resources, and integrity of the client. So instead of SECI, here we will check ECI. Instead of SECI, here we will check ECI. ECI means ethical requirement, CCTR, and integrity of the client. You got the point or not? Yes, sir. Now everyone come to the question bank. Yes, sir. So in the question bank of SQC-1, there is a part called ICA study material new questions. So these are classic questions. These are classic questions that ICA can ask you in the exam. Let's cover question number 1. So don't need to read the whole question. I have already made the summary for you in my notes. I have already made the summary for you. So everyone just go through them. What, sir? In the question, there is a ABC firm which has Mr. A as the managing partner. Okay? Mr. A is the managing partner of the audit firm. Got it, sir? There is a company called XYZ Limited Company, and there is a promoter of the company. Acha, understand one thing. Mr. A, who is the managing partner of the firm, and promoter, these people have something going on between them. They are close associate. Oh, they are family friend. Oh, that means there is some familiarity threat. This will impact their ethical requirement. There will be problem of objectivity. Got it, sir? Second thing, this company is in the news because regulatory authorities have developed some inquiry against them. Old auditor has resigned. So can I say there are integrity issues with the client? There are integrity issues with the client. So there are ethical issues, there are integrity issues, but the client is ready to offer you 25% more fees. Client is ready to offer you 25% more fees. So do you think the client should be accepted? Answer is no. But still, Mr. A, considering he and the promoter were having something, he decided to accept the client. So do you think they are giving priority to the quality or they were giving priority to the money? They are giving priority to the quality or giving priority to the money? Sir, they are giving priority to the money. So this is what question asks. Last, the question says, what is your understanding of the functioning of the tone at the top of the firm? Top means how the leadership is performing. So do you think leadership is good or bad? Sir, it is very poor. It is very poor. So this is what you need to write about the first part. That everyone please read with me. Let's revise it properly. It reflects poorly regarding the functioning of the top of the firm. Here the commercial consideration, that is the money, seems to be an overriding factor. It is given the priority. Okay, sir. This yellow wala part is nothing but the SQC-1 ka objective, that there should be a system of quality control to give a reasonable assurance that the firm and the personnel comply with the PRL requirement, that is professional standards, regulatory and legal requirement. Got it, sir. Now, sir, they have just linked the facts of the case with the points that when the managing partner is the close associate and family friend of the promoter, got it, it impacts the issue of independence. It impacts the issue of independence of the managing partner. And at the same time, there are inquiries by the regulator, resignation of previous auditor. It raises the question about integrity. So all these factors should be considered before accepting the engagement. So can I say these points I just lifted from the case, nothing else. Easy peasy, sir. So the first part of the question is done. Now the second part, what are the considerations to uphold the quality of the firm? So this is a direct answer. First point is develop a policy around it. Second point is we need money, sufficient resources. Third point, who will give the money? Management responsibility. And the fourth point is before accepting any engagement, take vital information, that is ECI. ECI means ethical requirement, CCTR and integrity of the client. Easy peasy? Yes, sir. Awesome. Now let's move to one more question. Come with me to question number 10. So this question was asked in May 24 exam. So if you have an old question bank that was that you must have that must have an addition date before August 2024, then this question must not be there because these answers, suggested answers, were released in August 24. Got it, sir. Now, sir, what does this question say? Everyone understand. Elaborate the matters to be considered with respect to acceptance and continuance of client relationships and engagement. So here they are not only asking you the matters, that is significant matters, ethical requirements, CCTR, integrity. Writing this is not enough. These points to need to be written, but more needs to be written. So here they have said elaborate the matters to be considered with respect to acceptance and continuance of the client, considering the above issues. Now, sir, what are the above issues? Let's understand the issues. Okay, sir. So it says PQR associates are the statutory auditors of a company which is engaged in the manufacturing of auto components. Useless information. Next point. Subsequent to the reappointment of auditor in the AGM, company shared the appointment letter, asked for their acknowledgement and acceptance. CAR is planning to issue the acceptance. During the current financial year, there was a search by income tax authority. Can I say when there is a search by income tax authority, there is an integrity issue? Yes, sir. And at the same time, accounting records were seized for verification. Second point, CAR noted that the promoter's brother is also contemplating to contest in elections under a banner of political party. Again, this politics, elections, this is something that there is a risk. There is a risk. This is a significant matter associated with the company we should consider before accepting. Next point, one of the current senior engagement team member, current senior engagement team manager who was doing the audit till the last year, he has left the firm. He has left the audit firm and he will provide accounting services to the associate companies, to one of the associate companies of the client. We are yet to recruit another senior manager who has the experience in auditing the clients of automotive sector. Tell me one thing, when your person leaves, it is impacting CCTR. It is impacting your firm CCTR, that is competence, capability, time and resources. Easy, easy, sir. Plus, sir, tell me one more thing. When your team member is doing the accounting of the client, when your own team member is doing the accounting of your client, it will impact your objectivity. It will impact your independence. It will impact your objectivity. That means it will impact the ethical requirement. So you don't need to do anything. You just need to relate the facts of the case with the 4 points that we have discussed: significant matters, ethical requirement, CCTR and integrity. So how this needs to be done? Write the 4 points: significant matters, ethical requirement, CCTR, integrity. Written, sir. Significant matters they have skipped. Then, sir, write one line: whenever the issues are identified and still you decide to accept or continue, document how the issues were resolved. Document how the issues were resolved. Same thing is written in your notes also. Got it, sir. Now, after this, leave this para. Just relate the facts of the case with the points that we have learned. So first of all, you will say that since funding activities are going for political parties, there are risks associated with it. Easy, sir. Then say objectivity will be impacted when your own team member, that is the manager, is providing accounting services to the group companies. It will impact ethical requirements. Got it, sir. Second point, there is an income tax rate. There is an income tax rate, so it can impact the integrity of the client. It can impact the integrity of the client. So this is one point. Also, there is a risk of material misstatement due to the tax disputes and liabilities. Next point, sir, senior manager has left your team and you are ready to recruit a replacement for him. So it impacts the competence, capability and time and resources. So this is how you relate the facts of the case with the points. So, sir, in SQC-1, there are around 15-20 good questions and only one question of this level, case study based, has been asked by ICI. So I have also shared the approach with you, how you need to deal with the same. If you want, you can write one more point, sir. What? Since one of your team member is providing the accounting services to the client, he has left your team and providing the accounting services, there is a threat to independence. So you can also write about the independence, but this is something which will not generally strike in the exam hall. So don't get worried if even if you don't write 1 or 2 points of the suggested answer, still you will be able to score really, really good marks. Now come with me. Now we are done. Now I think we are done with the 3 elements: leadership responsibility, ethical requirement, acceptance and continuance of client relationships and engagement. 3 elements done. Now in acceptance and continuance, there are further elements which are further described, that is integrity. I told you na, in SECI we see the integrity of the client. Yes, sir. So in integrity, further factors are given. Please understand them quickly. I just need 2 minutes of your attention. Got it, sir? Each point let's understand and then we will learn it. First of all, there are certain matters you need to see with respect to integrity. What are the matters? So the first point says you need to see the reputation of the owners, management, related parties and TCWG. So tell me one thing. If the client is like this, how is the reputation? Very bad. Will you accept such client? No. Less integrity, don't accept. Second thing, reason for the proposed appointment of the firm and non-reappointment of the previous firm. So sir, what was the reason? You know, previous firm gave a modified opinion. So they removed him and they asked you to do the audit. Will you accept such audit? No, sir. Less integrity, don't accept. Then the nature of client's relations, operations, and business practices. So if your client is doing some corruption and bribery, if the client is doing some corruption and bribery and they are dealing in drugs, illegal drugs, with such operations, will you accept the client? No, sir. Less integrity, don't accept. Next thing is attitude. Attitude of the client regarding the accounting standards and internal control. They don't respect the internal controls. They don't do the accounting as per the accounting standards. Will you accept the client? No. Less integrity, don't accept. Next thing is, sir, they are very aggressive. They are very aggressive in maintaining your fee as low as possible. They say that the fee should be low, quality doesn't matter. Quality of audit doesn't matter. Will you accept the client? Answer is no. Less integrity, don't accept. Next case, they are putting inappropriate limitation in the scope of work. Inappropriate limitation in the scope, they are not letting you get evidence. They are not letting you send external confirmation. They are not letting you attend the inventory count. Will you accept the client? No, sir. Less integrity, don't accept. And last point says client is involved in money laundering. Black money to white money. Black money to white money. Is it good? No, sir. Less integrity, don't accept. So I hope all of you understood what are the points trying to say. Now let's learn them. So we will learn them through this story of Rahul and Anjali. Who are they? Rahul and Anjali. So remember this, reputed Rahul proposed Anjali. Reputed Rahul proposed Anjali, but then Anjali saw his nature. He has very attitude, he is very aggressive, and he also does money laundering. And she found the nature to be very inappropriate. Now let's link the points very easily. First of all, reputed. Reputed means reputation of the client's owners, management, TCWG. Easy, sir. Then we talk about proposed. Proposed means reason for the proposed appointment of the firm and non-reappointment of the previous firm. Easy, sir. Then she saw his nature. Nature means nature of client's operation and business practices. If the bad practices, don't accept. Next point is attitude. Attitude regarding the accounting standards, internal controls. Aggressiveness to keep the firm's fee as low as possible. And last mein, money laundering and inappropriate. Money laundering means client is involved in money laundering activities. Inappropriate means inappropriate limitation in the scope of work. So even if you want, you can just pause the video for 1 or 2 minutes, quickly learn the points using this technique, and everything will be crystal clear. If you go to the question bank, yes sir, we go to the question bank. In the question bank, if you see the question number 1, forget the whole question. Just read the last line. Guide MB and associate about the matters with respect to integrity. So whatever points that we discussed just right now, these are the points to be written here. Easy peasy? Yes, sir. Now, similar to this, there is one more concept. Sir, you taught us that we need to see SECI. SECI means significant matters, ethical requirements, CCTR. CCTR means competence, capability, time, resources, and I for integrity. Integrity points we know. Now, what are the points of CCTR? That is competence, capability, time, and resources. So for this, just refer this beautiful chart. Just refer this beautiful chart and everything will be crystal clear. Please focus on the board. Matters to determine the CCTR. So I just broke the matters into competence, capability, time, and resources. First of all, let's focus on competence and capability. In competence and capability, you need to check whether the personnel has knowledge and experience. Knowledge about the industry, that means if you are doing the audit of Jio Airtel, you should know the telecom industry. Experience of reporting requirement. Let's say in case of Jio, you need to give a revenue split, how much money you got for voice, how much money you got for broadband. So for competence and capability, you will see the knowledge of the industry and experience of the reporting requirement. Now, sir, comes the next part, time. Time means you are able to complete the engagement by deadline. Resources means there should be sufficient personnel. And if they are not there, then in that case, you need the experts and EQCR. What is a EQCR? Don't worry, we will cover in detail in the revision. So this is how you can learn the points easily. Just break the points conceptually in competence, capability, time, and resources. Easy peasy, sir. So here are the points. Last time, let's do them. Matters for competence and capability, knowledge and experience. Knowledge of the industry, experience of the reporting requirement. Time means completing the engagement on time. That is the reporting deadline. Resources means sufficient resources. If you need more, you can take help of experts and EQCR. E for experts, E for EQCR. Easy peasy? Yes, sir. Now, sir, let's say you accepted the client. But after acceptance, you don't want to work anymore. Sir. Why don't you want to work anymore? I accepted the client because I thought SECI was there. SECI means significant matters, ethical requirements, CCTR and integrity. But after acceptance, I feel the client does not have integrity. They are very dishonest. Oh, will you continue with the client? Answer is no. Or let's say after acceptance, I realize that I cannot competently give my services to the client. I cannot competently give my services to the client. Then in that case also you will consider exiting. But can I directly say no, 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 tomorrow I will not come? No, sir. First of all, you need to discuss. First of all, you need to discuss the action that the firm might take, that you are considering that you want to withdraw. Okay, sir. Then if you decide that it is appropriate to withdraw, then you can discuss about the withdrawal and reasons for withdrawal. Got it, sir. And also we all have studied section 140 subsection 2 in Companies Act, which talks about auditor's resignation, which says that whenever you resign, you need to give your reasons in ADT3, I got free. ADT3 needs to file by the company and ROC. So you also need to inform the regulatory authority. So this is the next point. Considering the PRL requirement, PRL means professional standards, regulatory and legal requirement, you may also have to inform about the withdrawal and reasons of withdrawal to the regulatory authority. 3 points done, sir. And last, you need to document what is the issue you were facing. On the issue, what is the consultation you took, and on the consultation, what were the conclusion that you reached. So issues, consultation, conclusion. Say with me. Issues, consultation, conclusion. These things you need to document. So this is a quick summary. Discuss with the client, then withdraw. Also need to report to the regulatory authority and document the ICC. ICC means the issues, consultations and conclusions. Easy peasy, sir. Acha, tell me one thing. Let me give you a fun element of this topic. Have you people heard about breakup? Yes, sir, we have heard about breakup. Do you think breakup happens instantly? Kya? No, sir. Breakup doesn't happen instantly. Whenever you want to break up, you first of all warn the other person. You discuss with the other person that please improve. Please improve, otherwise I will break up with you. So don't you think this is the same thing happening with it? That first of all, you are giving the warning that the action that the firm might take. Yes, sir. And if the other person doesn't improve, then you withdraw. Then you do the breakup. You say breakup. I want to break up. Okay, sir. And then last before breaking up, do you discuss with your friends? Yes, sir, we discuss. He's such a red flag. You discuss the issues. On these issues, you take the consultation with your friends and then you draw the conclusion that you don't want to stay with the other person. So remember these 3 points. Don't directly withdraw. First of all, discuss, then withdraw. In this case, you also need to inform the regulatory authority and last document the ICC. ICC means the issues, consultations and conclusion. Let's do a good question on this. Come on. Yes, everyone. Please come to question number 6. Sir, question number 6 says AP and Associates are the statutory auditor. Okay. They are auditing XP Limited. XP Limited has started the business of e-commerce and AP and Associates realize that they don't have the expertise. They don't have the expertise and infrastructure to do the audit of this diversified business. Can I say they are not having CCTR? Yes, sir. They are not having the competence, capability, time and resources. And they wish to withdraw. Discuss the issues that need to be addressed before withdrawing. So you just need to write that as per SQC-1. If you want, you can add SA 220 also, no problem. That there are certain policies for acceptance and continuance. And you should accept and continue only when you are competent to do the engagement. Then write the facts of the case and say that since they don't have the expertise, they have decided to withdraw. How to withdraw? First of all, discuss about the withdrawal. Discuss the action that the firm might take. Warning. Then after the warning, you can withdraw and give the reasons to the management and TCWG. Also to the regulatory authority considering the PRL requirement, and last document the ICC. ICC means the issues, consultations and conclusions and the basis for the conclusions. Easy peasy, sir. Now everyone come back to the notes. Now let's go to the next element which talks about human resource. It's very easy. Just need to read it and understand it. That's it. How should be the human resource in the firm? Sir, they should be sufficient and appropriate. Appropriate means they should be competent, capable, not time and resources. Competence, capability, not time and resources. They should have commitment. Commitment to do their work ethically. So just remember they should be sufficient. And they should have competence, capability and commitment to ethics. Now, sir, what will be the policies? This is just the staffing process. This is just the staffing process which you used to study in class 12th. What was the staffing process? Recruitment. Then you do the training. Then you evaluate the performance. If the person is doing good, you give the compensation and promotion. So promotion means career development. So just go with the flow. Recruitment, training, performance evaluation, compensation, promotion. Promotion means career development. Now, sir, 3 more points are given. Let's understand them. Everyone look at the board. They say whoever is the engagement partner, his identity, his role. Focus here. His identity, his role should be communicated to the client's management and TCWG. So whoever is the engagement partner, that should be known to the management and TCWG. Got it, sir? Plus, the engagement partner should be very powerful. He should be competent, capable. He should have the authority and time to perform the role. Now, sir, not only the authority, his responsibility should also be defined and communicated to him. So these are the basic points that you need to consider. Now comes a very, very important topic. Everyone take 2 sips of water. Yes, sir. Engagement performance. Engagement performance is the most interesting topic. It is the most interesting topic. Yes, sir. So let's say this is a big firm. This is a CA firm in which there is a senior, there is a junior. Now the senior wants there should be consistency in the quality. What he wants? There should be consistency in the quality of engagement performance. So if you want consistency in quality, the senior should guide the junior. Senior should guide the junior. So what will he do? He will tell. He will tell the junior. What will he tell? Sir, he will tell the junior to comply with the standard. Everyone focus here. Senior will tell the junior to comply with the standard. Once he have directed the junior, then he will supervise whether the junior is doing the work properly or not. Got it, sir? And after supervision, it will be review. So this is what we call generally in audit DSR. DSR means direct supervisor review. What will he review? So he will review the documentation. So just remember these 3 points. Direct, supervise, review. What will he review? The documentation. Acha, what will he direct? To comply with the standard. So these are the points that are given. Briefing the engagement team about their objective. Briefing means directing them, telling them to comply with the objective, to fulfill the objective. How to fulfill the objective? By following the process of complying with the standards. After directing, next point was supervision. Third point, review. Review of documentation of the work performed. Easy peasy? Yes, sir. Last time, please focus. First of all, directing. Directing means briefing them to comply with the standard. Say with me, briefing them to comply with the standard. Then SR, supervision and review of the work. And last, what will you review? Sir, we will review the documentation. Easy peasy? Yes, sir. If required, you can also take consultation, but since it involves money, so you will take it only on not easy matters, but on difficult and contentious matter. Contentious means which is something which is debatable. Now, sir, from whom to take the consultation? Individual who have the expertise within or outside the firm. Easy? Easy, sir. Now, if you come to the notes, same points are given. Consistency in the quality is achieved through briefing the team about the compliance with engagement standard. This is D. Next point was SNR, direct, supervise and review. Supervise, review. Review the documentation of work performed. Now, sir, what are these points given? Everyone, please look at the board. Please understand how does the engagement performance takes place. Who has the responsibility for engagement performance? Engagement partner. He is responsible for quality. He is responsible for engagement performance. Now, sir, is the engagement partner required to perform the work? No, he has a full engagement team. He has a full engagement team which has director, manager, executive, article 1, article 2, article 3. He will do what? Again, DSR. He will direct, supervise and review the engagement team. Review what? Review the audit documentation, which is a documentation of procedure performed, evidence obtained and the conclusions reached. And last, we will make sure on difficult and contentious matters, proper consultation is taken. So just go with the flow. Everyone look at the board. Responsibility with the engagement partner. Who does the work? Engagement team. So he has to direct, supervise and review the documentation which involves procedures, evidence and conclusion. And last, consultation on difficult and contentious matters. So these are the points. Engagement partner is responsible for direct supervision and review of documentation. Documentation just checks whether evidence obtained and conclusion reached for report. Consultation should be done on difficult contentious matter within the firm or outside the firm, but from specialized people. Easy, easy, sir. Now, sir, there is one more topic. This topic is not there in your ICS study material. Okay? Still, for provision for doubtful debts, let's cover this topic. Now, sir, what does this topic says? Very, very easy topic. See what it says. Whenever there is a junior and there is a senior, senior will review the work. Yes, sir. But what will he review? So first of all, he will review the compliance with basic requirement. What is the basic requirement? Sir, professional standards, regulatory and legal requirement. That the work should be as per standards on auditing and as per the Companies Act. That is PRL requirement. Compliance with PRL requirement. And if junior finds something tough, he will raise it to the senior. He will raise it to the senior. So the second point says significant matters were raised for further consideration. Then if even the senior is not able to solve, that means it is something difficult. Yes, sir. So for difficult and contentious matters, you should take appropriate consultation. Now, sir, the consultant said that the procedure is wrong. Consultant said that the procedure is wrong. So what to do? Revise it. Revise the nature, timing and extent of audit procedure. When you perform the procedure, what do you get? Sufficient and appropriate evidence. What do you draw? Conclusion. And last mein, objective achieved. So just remember, you just need to go with the flow. Whenever a senior is reviewing the work of a junior, first of all, he will check the compliance with basic requirement, that is professional standards, regulatory, legal requirement. If the junior found something tough, significant matters are raised for further consideration. If even the senior is not able to solve, take consultation. Revise the audit procedure, evidence, conclusion, objective achieved. So these are the same points which are given here. Let's do 2 questions on this topic. Come to the question bank. Come to question number 2 of SQC-1. It says there is a Jack and Company CA firm. Mr. J was the engagement partner. J assigned the review responsibility to 2 engagement team members who were most experienced to review the work of less experienced. Can I say senior is reviewing the work of junior? Yes, sir. What are the consideration in this regard? So these are the same points that I just covered with all of you. Yes, everyone. Now come to question number 4. Question number 4 talks about HK and Company. HK and Company are the auditor of SET Limited, which is a listed entity. And they are auditing this listed entity for 8 financial year. Oh my God. H, the partner of the firm, is handling the audit assignment since the appointment. Now tell me one thing. In case of a listed entity, can the partner serve the listed entity for 8 years? Answer is no. In this revision only we revised that it should be maximum 7 years. After 7 years, the partner should leave and new partner should come. Partner should leave and a new partner should come after 7 years. Thala for a reason. MSD. Okay, sir. Now, sir, they say that review was to be done by a senior partner CAK, but CAK was out of India. So CAG should consider the review. That means again a senior will review the work of junior member. So what are the 4 areas? Again, any 4 areas you can write. Let's have a quick revision. What was the first point? Compliance with PRL requirement. Then, sir, significant matters raised for consideration. Senior not able to resolve, consultations for difficult and contentious matters. So they are documented. Then, sir, after the consultation, nature, timing and extent of work performed needs to be revised. Then you talk about the evidence, whether evidence is sufficient and appropriate, conclusions reached, and last mein, objective achieved. Now talking about the 7 years wala point, you can say engagement partner needs to be rotated after 7 years. And here in this case, firm is not complying. Firm is not complying with SQC-1 because H is continuing for more than 7 years. Easy, easy, sir. Now let's start with the most important topic of your SQC-1 SA 220, that is EQCR. That means Engagement Quality Control Review. Engagement Quality Control Review, what is the concept, how the things work? Everyone please focus on the board. Let's say you are an engagement partner, but you are having a lot of tension. Tension of giving a wrong report. Tension of giving a wrong report. Why? Sir, because you are auditing a listed entity. If anything goes wrong, lot of people will give you a backlash. So you want to take a second opinion and discuss significant matters. You want to discuss the significant matters which have high risk of material misstatement with EQCR? EQCR is whom? Sir, he is like your big brother. He is like your big brother. He is like a senior who is ready to guide you. Who is ready to guide you. So EQCR is basically engagement quality control review. Should be a chartered accountant. Again, he can be a firm person who is a senior, or can be a qualified external person, So first of all, let's learn the definition. In the definition, there are two parts. Who is EQCR? What he does. Who is EQCR? What he does. So first of all, who is EQCR? He can be a partner or any other person in the firm. Remember, he should be a member of ICI, or he can be a qualified external person or a body of individual. Got it, sir? Is qualification enough? No. He should also have experience and authority. Experience means he should also have done some audit of listed entities. He should also have done some audit of listed entity. Then only people will listen to him. What he does? Objectively evaluate the significant judgments related to accounting policy, accounting estimates that the engagement team made, and the conclusion reached. Sir, why does he check the significant judgment? Baba, this was the area of inherent limitation. One of the inherent limitation of audit was nature of financial reporting. An issue with financial reporting is judgment by the management, because in judgment, management can do hanky-panky. So judgments are one thing that we want the EQCR to check. So last time, let's revise the definition because it is very important. Who can be EQCR? Partner or any other person in the firm, or any external person. But being a CA is not enough. He should have experience and authority. What will he do? Objectively evaluate the significant judgments and conclusion. Easy peasy, sir. Now comes the next part. What are the aspects he will consider? So he will not check that compliance with basic requirement like PRL requirement, significant matters raised for further consideration, not easy things. He will check the most important thing, that is independence. He will check the engagement team's evaluation of independence. Then he will see areas of significant risk. Significant risk means risk of material misstatement is high. Complex transaction like mergers and acquisition, fraud, related parties. So whatever are the significant risk identified, and audit team's response, that means the audit procedure, he will check that. Then, sir, he will check the areas of judgment. Judgment for materiality. How was the benchmark selected? What is the percentage applied? Significant risk. All judgments he will check. Then he will check how the firm deal with the misstatement. Whether misstatement corrected or uncorrected identified during the audit. Then he will check the consultations on difficult and contentious matters and the matters communicated with management and TCWG. So all the important aspects he will focus. Now, sir, how to learn these aspects? Just link them logically. So I will help you out with this. First of all, he will check independence. If independence is not there, is it a normal risk? No. It is a significant risk. Now what I did, I took significant differently, risk differently. Separate both the terms. How do you know it is significant? It is a matter of judgment. Say with me. How do you know it is significant? It is a matter of judgment. Easy, sir. Now, what can the risk lead to? Risk can lead to misstatement, corrected or uncorrected. Now, whenever you identify the misstatement, you develop fear. And whenever you have fear, you go to two people. Who are the two people? Consultants and management and TCWG. Is the linking clear? Yes, sir. So if you want, you can pause the video here, learn the 6 points and then continue. Easy peasy? Yes, sir. Now let's move to the next topic. Once the work of EQCR is done, once he has checked all the aspects, he will document the work. Document, again the same thing like the auditor, procedure performed. Then he will document that EQCR was completed on time, and last he will document his conclusion, that he is not aware of any unresolved matter to conclude that the significant judgment and conclusions are not appropriate. Not aware of any unresolved matter to believe that the significant judgment and conclusions are not appropriate. Sir, what is this not? Array, it is another way of saying. If I say that Mr. Hari is not a bad person. Mr. Hari is not a bad person. It is another way of saying Mr. Hari is a good person. Yes, sir. So if I'm saying I did not find anything to believe that the significant judgment and conclusion are not appropriate, it is another way of saying that they are appropriate. So this is how you need to frame your line. You got the point or not? Yes, sir. So these are the 3 points to be documented. Is very important. Learn it. Procedure perform. Procedures done on time and not. Not means not aware of any unresolved matter to believe that the significant judgments and conclusion are not appropriate. Sir, why are we giving our opinion on significant judgment and conclusion? Arey Baba, what is the EQCR required to check? Sir, this only. Objectively evaluate the significant judgment and conclusion. So you will document this only. You will document this only, that the significant judgments and conclusions are appropriate in another way. Got it? Got it, sir. Now, sir, next point says it is whose responsibility to get the EQCR done? Engagement partner. It is engagement partner's responsibility in case of listed entities and others to get the EQCR done. First of all, appoint the EQCR, then discuss the significant matters, and last may make sure that the audit report is not dated. Audit report is not signed until the EQCR is done. Until the EQCR is done, these are the 3 things he will ensure. Plus, sir, if there is any difference of opinion, between the engagement partner and EQCR, then they will consult some third person. As per the firm's policy. So simply follow the firm's policy of consulting another practitioner, another firm, or professional body like ICAI. Last point, everyone is very happy. How to ensure EQCR's objectivity? Very easy. First of all, at the time of appointment, then at the time of performance. First of all, at the time of appointment and then performance. Appointment he should not be selected by engagement partner. And when it talks about participation, no participation in the engagement in the form of no decisions in the engagement. And last your favorite point, any other. He should not be subject to any other consideration which can affect his objectivity. It can be like he should have no relation with the client. So these 4 points will ensure his objectivity. Please come to your notes. Let's revise whatever we have covered till now. First of all, definition of EQCR. Who is EQCR? Partner or other person in the firm. Just look at the board. Everything will be clear. Or an external person with experience and authority. Okay, sir. What will he do? Objectively evaluate the significant judgment and conclusion. What does the EQCR review? Again, significant judgments and conclusion. How much review? Depends on complexity and the audit risk. Mandatory for listed entity audit. For others, you can devise a criteria. Who is the responsibility to get the EQCR done? Engagement partner for listed and others. Appoint him. Discuss the significant matter. Don't date the report until the EQCR is done. Now, sir, what are the aspects he checks? Last time, first of all, most important thing, independence. Independence he will check. If there is no independence, it is a significant risk. Significant is a matter of judgment. Risk can lead to misstatements. Then you go to 2 people, consultation and management and TCWG. Last 2 points also just read for MCQ point of view. Work papers on your significant judgments and conclusion and appropriateness of the report. Clear point? Clear, sir. What is he required to document? Procedures, completed on time, not aware of any unresolved matter to believe that the significant judgments are not appropriate. Last point related to evaluation of significant judgment. For evaluating the significant judgments, the basic thing that you will do, come on, the basic and the most important thing is checking the documentation of significant judgment. Another point which is related to it, just go by the numbering, significant matters. Something related to significant judgment is significant matters, discuss the significant matters. Third and the basic thing is review the financial statement and audit report. And in the report, what will you check? In the report, what will you check is the conclusions and report appropriate or not. So everyone look at me. How as a EQCR I check the significant judgment and conclusion? Simply, sir, you check the documentation. You check the documentation, then you discuss. Say with me. You check the documentation, then you discuss the significant matter. When 2 points are done, third point is open the report, open the financial statement. Open the report, open the financial statement, and then check whether the report is appropriate or not. Easy. So just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Everything is crystal clear. Last point says how to maintain the objectivity. Should not be selected by engagement partner. No participation, no decision, no other consideration which can impact the objectivity. Can I consult the EQCR during my engagement? Answer is yes, but give a diplomatic answer. Yes, you can consult, but it should not affect the quality or objectivity. If there is a difference of opinion, follow the firm's procedure to consult some third party. Third party is like consulting another firm, consulting another practitioner, or you can consult a professional body like ICAI. Clear points? Clear, sir. Now let's do some questions of EQCR. Yes, everyone. Come to question number 5. It says there is an audit of listed entity. CAP is appointed as the engagement partner. CAP has asked CAR to do the EQCR and he feels that his responsibility, that is the partner's responsibility, will be reduced after the review by R. So whether the contention of the partner is correct, answer is no. No engagement partner's responsibility is reduced by EQCR. Second point, what are the aspects of EQCR that the EQCR will consider? So the aspects wala thing is right. Let's revise it again. One more opportunity of revision. Independence. If no independence, significant risk. Significant matter of judgment. Risk can lead to misstatement. Got it, sir? Then consultation and communication with management TCWG. Last 2 points, just read working paper of significant judgment and conclusion and appropriateness of the report. Easy peasy, easy, sir. आओ मेरे साथ एक क्वेश्चन और कराता हूं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 फ्रेश क्वेश्चन है May 24 एग्जाम्स का. ठीक है सर. सबसे पहला पॉइंट, व्हाट आर द एस्पेक्ट्स टू बी लुक्ड बाय EQCR. तो एस्पेक्ट्स वाली चीज अभी कराई थी, बहुत सारे पॉइंट कराए थे. यहाँ पे इन्होंने सिर्फ 3 पॉइंट दे रखे. ठीक है, तुम सारे पॉइंट लिखो, तुमको पूरे नंबर मिलेंगे. ठीक है, तो हम इंडिपेंडेंस देखते हैं. उसके बाद हमारे सिग्निफिकेंट इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद सिग्निफिकेंट रिस्क था, ये पॉइंट ये खा गए. सिग्निफिकेंट रिस्क में मैंने बोला था इट इज अ मैटर ऑफ जजमेंट. जजमेंट वाला पॉइंट भी ये लोग खा गए. उसके बाद जजमेंट के बाद हमने बात की थी सर क्या, रिस्क से आती है मिस स्टेटमेंट, तो मिस स्टेटमेंट करेक्टेड इनकरेक्टेड, ये वाला पॉइंट भी ये लोग खा गए. उसके बाद हमारे पास आता है मैनेजमेंट और कंसल्टेशन वाला पॉइंट है. और उसके बाद हम डिस्कस करते हैं डॉक्यूमेंटेशन ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंट जजमेंट एंड कंक्लूजन, वो पॉइंट भी मिल जाएगा. तो मैं आपको बोलूंगा सेफ्टी के लिए 5 से 6 पॉइंट अपने एग्जाम में जरूर लिखना. अब सर इसके बाद ये कहता है दोनों के बीच में लड़ाई हो गई. किस किस के बीच में? पार्टनर और EQCR के बीच में लड़ाई होगी. तो क्या करेंगे? तो मैंने कहा सिंपल सी बात है, डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन रिजॉल्व करने के लिए आप फर्म की पॉलिसीज फॉलो करो. आप इस केस में फर्म की पॉलिसीज फॉलो करो, दैट इज कंसल्टिंग अ थर्ड पार्टी लाइक प्रैक्टिशनर, फर्म और प्रोफेशनल बॉडी. इजी क्वेश्चन, वेरी वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. और करवाता हूं, रुको. Oh, sorry, I forgot. This is the English revision going on. So it says that whenever you want to resolve the difference of opinion, then in that case, you should follow the firm's policy. That means you need to consult. You need to consult the outside parties. Outside parties like any other practitioner, firm or professional or regulatory body. You got the point? Yes, sir. Now let's do some more questions. Yes, everyone. Please come to question number 7. Question number 7 is divided into 2 parts. So focus here. CA Ragni is offered appointment as a EQCR for a listed company in a small town. She is also based in the small town and has not previously done any audit of listed entity. Now you tell me one thing. Is becoming a CA enough for becoming a EQCR? Answer is no. You also need to have experience and authority. We discussed that in the definition of EQCR. So this is the first part that you need to address. So you will say as per SQC-1, write the definition of EQCR. Everyone please focus on the board. First of all, who can be the EQCR? So it can be a partner or other person within the firm or a qualified external person. What he will do, but it should have experience and authority. What he will do, objectively evaluate the significant judgment and conclusion. Easy peasy? Yes, sir. Now, sir, considering the facts of the case, you will say it is not appropriate to appoint this person for the EQCR. Now comes the second part of the question. Please focus. Second part of the question says she performs the review by ticking a yes or no checklist. Yes or no checklist and sign on the work papers of the engagement team. So do you think this is a proper documentation? Again, the answer is no. This is not a proper documentation. So which part of the EQCR you will write here? You will talk about documentation. So as per SA 220, again SQC-1 SA 220 you can give in the beginning and then just write the answer. So SA 220 EQCR shall document the procedures performed. Procedures were completed on time and then not wala points. Not wala points means not aware of any unresolved matter to believe that the significant judgments and conclusions are not appropriate. And then you will write that her approach of documentation is not proper. Her approach of documentation is not proper. Now please come to your question bank part of SA 220. Okay? It also has some good questions of EQCR. That is question number 2. Question number 2 says during the audit of FMP Limited, which is a listed company, engagement partner has completed the review and complied with the independence requirement. Engagement files were also reviewed by EQCR except independence. Now tell me one thing, independence was the first thing. Independence was the first thing that EQCR was required to review. Engagement partner was of the view that matters of independence are responsibility of partner, not of EQCR. EQCR objected and refused to sign the documentation. So who is right? Engagement partner or EQCR? EQCR is right. But sir, writing this is not enough. How do you need to frame the answer? So let's say there are 2 options. You will write about aspects of EQCR, independence, significant risk, judgment, misstatement, management TCWG, or you will talk about the independence policy. Sir, we will talk about the independence policy. This point can create a confusion. So please remember this. It can be asked in exam. Very important question. Study material, MTP, RTP. Please focus here. ठीक है sir. So how do you start the answer? You will talk about the independence policy, which talks about threats and safeguards. So communicate the independence requirement. Identify and evaluate circumstances and relationship which create threat, breaches which create threat, then actions, that is the safeguard. That is the safeguard to eliminate the threat, reduce them, or withdraw from the engagement. Then you will say engagement partner will take the responsibility of EQCR, and EQCR is required to consider the independence. So engagement partner is not right. Now one more question. I want all of you to focus on is question number 4. OP and Associates are the statutory auditor of BB Limited. Yes, people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. BB Limited is a listed company, started its operation 5 years back. Now, sir, audit report is dated 15th May. EQCR is dated 18th May. EQCR is whose responsibility was to not date the audit report before EQCR? Engagement partner. So you need to write those points only. Sir. Which points? Which points? These points. That EQCR is appointed, discuss the significant matters, and don't date the report until the completion of EQCR. These 3 points will go in the flow. So this is what you need to write. Engagement partner will take the responsibility for audit of listed entities, that EQCR is appointed, the significant matters are discussed, and don't date the report until the completion of EQCR. Now, sir, with this, additionally, SA-700 will come. Why? Because it is the standard which talks about the date of audit report. It clearly says that unless you have sufficient and appropriate evidence, you cannot sign the report. So, sir, how is EQCR related to it? EQCR guides you. EQCR helps you understand whether you got sufficient and appropriate evidence or not. So just understand the referencing. SA-700 says that audit report will be dated not before the date when he has obtained sufficient and appropriate evidence. And it is the EQCR. Who assists the auditor in determining whether he got sufficient and appropriate evidence or not. So please make sure writing this point. Also, EQCR also helps you to promptly resolve the matters. It allows the significant matters to be resolved. So he helps you to get sufficient and appropriate evidence. He helps you to understand whether you got evidence and whether you resolve the significant matters. So always remember, in this case, the signing of the report before the EQCR is not correct. Okay? So first 3 points of engagement partner: appoint the EQCR, discuss the significant matter, and don't date the report until the completion of EQCR. Then the reference of SA-700, that EQCR helps you to understand whether you got evidence or not, helps you to resolve significant matters, and last May, whatever engagement partner did was not right. Whatever the engagement partner did was not right. Now everyone come back to your book. Here your EQCR wala whole topic is done. With all the questions. I hope the things are now better clear to you. Now they are in a better framework in your mind. Yes, sir. Now let's move to the next topic, that is the engagement documentation. In case of engagement documentation, the things are very simple. All the team members, whatever documentation they have prepared, you need to collect them. You need to assemble them within 60 days. It should be done within 60 days of the date of audit report. This is the time limit in case of audit. For other engagement, it is on timely basis. Now, sir, whatever you have prepared as an assembly file, whatever file that you have prepared, it needs to be retained for 7 years. 7 years from the date of report, or if later the date of group audit report. Now, sir, comes the another question. What, sir? Whose property is the engagement documentation? It is the property of the firm. Firm has prepared it, it's the property of the firm. Now, sir, if the client says your depreciation working is very good, your rental working is very good, can you please give me some extract? Firm can do. Firm is very kind. It can share the extracts, but remember, it should not undermine. It should not raise any questions on the work performed or the independence. So as a good firm, as a kind firm, we can share our working with the client, but remember, it should not raise question over us, over our work, or over our independence. Clear? Clear, sir. Now everyone understand one thing. Yes, sir. Whenever you prepare the documentation, how do you need to prepare? Should it be in physical form or electronic form? Both are allowed. But remember, there should be proper confidentiality. There should be proper safe custody, and there should be proper integrity. Confidentiality, safe custody, and integrity. Say with me: confidentiality, safe custody, and integrity, and it should be accessible and retrievable. Do with me: accessible and retrievable. So it says that there should, as per SQC-1, there should be proper policies and procedure to maintain CONCI. CONCI means confidentiality, S for safe custody, I for integrity, in a way that the documentation is accessible and retrievable. You can access and retrieve the documentation. Now, sir, it can be in paper form or electronic form, but remember, its IRA can be compromised. Its IRA can be compromised. IRA means integrity, accessibility, retrievability. Come on. Integrity, accessibility, or retrievability can be compromised. Sir, how it is compromised? Through alteration. People can do some additions or deletions. People can do some additions or deletions, so it will cause some alteration. So just remember, in paper or electronic form, the IR can be compromised. IR means integrity, accessibility, retrievability can be compromised due to alterations. Alterations in the form of additions or deletion. Acha, tell me one thing. If in paper form I do any changes, you will get to know? No, sir. You will not get to know who did the changes. What were the changes done? But if I do any changes in the electronic form, now you will get to know. It was SK, sir. It was the date. It was the time. You get to know everything. So for practical reasons, whatever is in paper form is electronically scanned. Whatever is in paper form is electronically scanned. Sir, what are the procedure for scanning? These are the three procedure of scanning. Just go with the flow. Please look at the board. Last topic, do it properly. You need to scan the entire content. Once you are done with the scanning, include in the engagement file. Like every file, there will be indexing, there will be sign-offs that SK sir has done the work. And last May, whatever is scanned should be downloaded and printed whenever required. Downloaded and printed means retrieved and printed. So scan it, include in the file, then indexing, sign off, download and print. Easy peasy? Yes, sir. Now on this also, I have a good question to cover. Please wait. Now, please come to question number 9. Question number 9 says TPX and company CAs are a large audit firm. They maintain their audit documentation electronically and physical form. Which is the topic? That topic only. Electronic and physical form. Files are neither scanned nor incorporated in electronic file. Neither cross-referencing is done. This is the first part of the question where you need to analyze. Second part of the question says many instances where the work papers do not give the details. Which details are not given? Whether the information is of the client or it has been prepared by the engagement team. Let's understand the first part. In the first part, the same things that I discussed with you, you need to write. Please understand. As per SQC-1, see, whenever you talk about policies, there is only one standard, that is SQC-1, which talks about it. So SQC-1 says there are policies and procedure to maintain CONCI. CONCI means confidentiality, safe custody, integrity, in a way that you can access the information and download it, that is retrieve it. Got it, sir. Then the facts of the case. Physical files are not scanned, not incorporated in file, no cross-referencing, no policies and procedure. So it is difficult to show that audit files were completed, assembled within 60 days. Then, sir, the topic that we discussed, documentation in paper or electronic forms. IR means integrity, accessibility or retrievability can be compromised if they are altered, added or deleted. Now, sir, how to know all these things are done? Just for practical reasons, they should be scanned. They should be scanned so that you know who did the addition, who did the deletion, who did the alteration. What is the procedure for scanning? Just go with the flow. Generate the scanned copy of entire content, then do the indexing and sign off, and last may retrieve and print. Is the first part of the question clear to you? Yes, sir. We just need to go with the flow. Now comes the second part of the question. There were many instances when the work paper don't contain the information, whether it is the client's information or engagement team information. So you just need to write that work paper should contain this information. So this is what they have written. It is important to identify the source of the document because that impacts the reliability. How? In case of a client, if the source is outside the entity, it is more reliable. If it is internally generated and the controls are good, then it is more reliable. So no need to do this deep analysis. Just remember this one thing. Source is important so that you get to know about the reliability. Clear points? Clear, sir. So if I talk about your notes, this is all about engagement documentation. I hope all the points are crystal clear. Now comes the last two topics. Everyone, please take 2 sips of water. Please. Last two topics we just need to do properly and everything will be done. Yes, sir. SQC-1 is very important. Good question will come for 5 to 10 marks, and if your concepts are all right and if you link the things properly, they will remain in your head. Trust me when I say this. So the first topic talks about complaints and allegation. The good news is it is not in the study material. So just study it with a very light attitude. Just study it with a very light attitude because it was asked in Gen 21, some old syllabus question. That's why we are covering it. It's a very easy question. First of all, talking about the policy of complaints and allegation, it will talk about the types of complaint. Non-compliance with the outside requirement and inside requirement. What were the outside requirement? PRL requirement, professional standards, regulatory and legal requirement. What were the inside requirement? That is the quality control policies and procedure of the firm. Then, sir, from where can the complaint can come? It can originate outside the firm, inside the firm. Third question, how will the complaint come? Via predefined channels. Via clearly defined channels, so you can have an email through which complaints are received. Now, what will you do after the complaint is received? Investigate it. Any partner who is a senior partner who is not associated with the engagement, he will investigate the complaint, and if required, you can take help of a legal counsel. And after investigation, you need to take the action. Action can be against the person who has not complied with the policy. Or if there is a problem with the policy, there is a problem with the system of quality control, there is a deficiency in the system of quality control, you can take the action against that. So action can be against the deficiency in the system. Or if there is no deficiency, the person is a problem, then the action against the individual who has not complied with the policy. Clear? So types of complaints, from where they will come, how they will come, what to do, and action. Easy, sir. Now comes the next part, monitoring. This was the topic which was already asked in November 24 exam. So I will just discuss the flow quickly with you, so that in future, whenever it is asked, you should know about it. Got it, sir? So monitoring mein, first of all, you should know the purpose. Purpose is to check whether the quality control systems are properly designed and implemented. That's why you monitor them. Not only designed and implemented, but also updated with the new developments. Got it, sir? Now, sir, who will do the monitoring? Partner or any other person who has the experience and authority. How they will do? When they are dealing with the complaints and allegation, they will take action. Come on. Whenever they are dealing with the complaints and allegation and they see there is non-compliance, they will take a action. Action, again, the same thing which I covered before, take against the person who did not comply with the policy, or action against the deficiencies in the system of quality control. So again, just go with the flow. No need to ratify the things. No need to cram the things. First of all, seeing whether the quality control system is designed and implemented and updated with the new development. Who will do? How they will do? By dealing with the complaints and taking action against the person and deficiencies. Clear, boys? Clear, sir. Now the last part of the standard says documentation of 3 topics which are given continuously, like compliance with ethical requirement. In the same topic, we talk about independence. After that, we talk about acceptance and continuance of relationships. So these are interrelated 3 topics continuously. And then you talk about consultation. So just read these points. Next, we talk about SQC-1, SA220. What is the difference? This is something you already know. SQC-1 applies to entire firm. SA220 is selfish. It is very selfish, applies to audit only. It applies to all services. It applies to audit only. Then, sir, who takes care of SQC-1? CEO or managing partner. Who takes care of SA220? Engagement partner. Now, sir, what is the objective of SQC-1? To give a reasonable assurance that the firm and the personnel comply with PRL requirement, professional standards, regulatory, legal requirement, and report is appropriate. If I talk about SA220, it just says that SQC-1 sets the base for SA220. SQC-1 provides the framework within which quality control procedures for audit engagements are designed. So again, this difference wala part, you should just be aware about it. That's it. So this is all about it. I just hope that you do the topics properly. Make sure you solve the question bank, because once you solve the question banks, now everything becomes crystal clear. Everything becomes crystal clear, and I tried my best to solve all good questions with you. One more question I want to take up in this revision. This is related to your answer 2. Sir, which is the answer 2? So this is the question number 2 of your new questions by ICAI. I think this is the question. Yes, sir. What is happening in this question of MNP and company? Please focus here. So what is happening? There is a bank, and the bank wants to give a working capital loan to the client. So client comes to the bank for a working capital loan, and for giving the working capital loan, bank needs to do a stock audit. For stock audit, MNP and company, a firm is appointed, and in MNP and company, there is a Sudhanshu. So Sudhanshu is very clever. Sudhanshu is so clever now. What he does is, he is appointed by the bank, yes sir, to do the stock audit of this client. He goes to the client and says, I will give you a clean stock audit report. I will give you a clean stock audit report, and in return, please give us the audit of your financial statements. Please give us the audit of your financial statements to the MNP and company. So do you think this firm is a good firm, or they are very bad people? Sir, they are very bad people. These are very bad people. They have very poor quality of functioning. So this is how you need to answer it. The question says, is the approach of Sudhanshu proper? The answer is no. You will say the persons are not complying with SQC1, they are not complying with the quality. Clear boss, clear sir. So with this, your whole SQC1 ka all good questions and concepts ka revision is done. Please, I request you to do this topic properly. If you enjoyed this revision, do let me know in comments and do give a like to this video. And yes, do stay subscribed for more such videos. I just request you to keep giving your best of the efforts. Because when you give your efforts in the right direction, then only you get successful. So keep studying with happiness because then only you progress. Keep going.